I'm Rob Montague, I'm the director.
I'm Taylor Wallace, I'm the producer, one of the producers.
Long Way to the Top is a movie about what it's like to be a working musician today with the advent of the internet and all of these ways that you lose money. It's about how you can make money and do it as a job by touring. It's the most important thing. And we touch on all the other aspects, but to me, touring is when you clock in. That's when the real work begins, when you really have to sell yourself. And that's sort of what it's about. For me, my music career had been waning, and I was waiting tables, and I wanted to make movies. I've always wanted to make movies. It was always my dream, and I decided to buy a camera and do it. So we sat down, Eric Leiser, my DP, and I, we were talking, and we had this idea to shoot a short film about a local band called All Dinosaurs that our friends were playing in because they were making a record, and we're gonna follow it all the way to the release and do it as a short. Well, we met with them. They had said, you know, that's a great idea, but we feel kind of uncomfortable having the focus on us. So we think maybe you should do something that's a little broader and have more people in it. So it got me thinking and started calling some friends. And in that process, I had posted some stuff on Facebook. Taylor had messaged me and said, hey, I see what you're doing. I like the idea. I want to help. Because the idea sort of formed organically. It wasn't a traditional route that you make a movie. We didn't really do any pre-production because it just sort of snowballed. So, and for me, it was one of those things where I hadn't seen anything that depicted this lifestyle in the way that it really is. Like you see movies like That Thing You Do or Spinal Tap, and it's entertainment, it's great, and I love them, but like, as far as the realistic way that you live this life and how you do it as a job, I hadn't seen anything like that, and I thought, well, who better to do that? Like, we did it, so yeah. We'll tell that story.
Yeah, it was kind of a movie that we always wanted to see, but nobody else made it, so we just decided to do it ourselves.
Yeah. There's a brotherhood with musicians, or a sisterhood, or just a humanhood, I guess is the best way you could put it, that even though one person plays just solo acoustic guitar and one person's a hip hop or one person does rock, the experience is still the same. The details are different, but the sacrifice is always the same. So, I mean, that's just, if you've done it and you sit down and you talk to somebody about it, you don't even need questions. It's just a conversation at that point.
I think we had a really strong advantage coming from the background that we did because, there was no question that if we got Rob on the road with a band, that they would be like, who's this guy with us? Like, is he going to be able to hang? Like, he's lived that life. He's been on the road. You know how to operate on a day-to-day basis when you're backstage and
level,
and in the van and the rules of the road.
There's etiquette. There's etiquette for the road.
So we didn't have to worry about it. Yeah. Once he's out there, he blends in and he's just like any other crew on the tour, and it helps people relax a lot more. And